Hello everyone. In this video, we're picking out and sharing the latest topics about Asia. From one of the most famous Reddit-style forums in Japan. Even if you don't understand Japanese, we've translated everything into English subtitles and audio. So you can join the conversation as if you were in Japan. So, let's dive into the discussions happening in Japan. Japan has a program that provides up to 2.9 million yen per year to PhD students, and it turns out that 30% of the recipients are Chinese international students. This was revealed during a parliamentary session on the 24th. A member of parliament who raised the issue argued that Japan should reduce its reliance on foreign students for economic security reasons. He also stated, "If we don't support Japanese students first, the public won't accept this." In response, the Ministry of Education said it would discuss the program's future in upcoming meetings.
Why are we giving financial aid to citizens of a country with a higher GDP than Japan? Instead of funding Chinese students, why not help Japanese students study abroad? The weak yen is making it really tough for them. Other countries like the UK make international students pay more to subsidize education for their own citizens. That's the norm worldwide. Japan is the only country that puts its own citizens last. At least this issue is finally being discussed in Parliament. And we now have actual numbers. That's progress. If these Chinese students were to naturalize, become bureaucrats, and help lead Japan, then maybe it'd be worth it. In reality, Japan is just using its tax money to train Chinese spies and future soldiers for China's invasion. Shouldn't the Chinese government be funding its own students? Why is Japan covering for them? Exactly. And on top of that, Chinese students are getting welfare benefits in Japan too, right? The real issue is that Japanese students aren't even pursuing PhDs in the first place. That's because Japanese companies refuse to hire PhDs, saying they're hard to manage. Japan is using Japanese tax money to fund Chinese students. Meanwhile, Japanese citizens are expected to endure tax hikes. Maybe Chinese students are just smarter. The best Japanese students don't even bother with PhDs. There just aren't enough top-tier Japanese students. Let's be real, most Japanese college students barely study. Actually, a significant number of top STEM students in Japan do go to grad school. The real problem is in the humanities. Only about 20% of Tokyo University's literature students go to grad school, and for economics, it's less than 10%. At least these Chinese students spend money in Japan, buying luxury condos left and right. Can't complain. There are just too many brilliant Chinese students. Japanese students need to step up. Chinese students get free education, while Japanese taxpayers keep facing higher taxes. It's all perfectly planned. I wonder how Japanese students studying in China are treated. Probably under 247 surveillance. Soon, Chinese students will be replaced by Indian students. We're in a transition phase. No doubt, China's youth population is shrinking at an insane rate. Chinese people say, Japanese love throwing money around to show off. No, it's just our politicians. Japanese universities rank low in internationalization, so they want to attract more foreign students. But since Japanese is a big hurdle, most go to Western schools, while Chinese students, who don't struggle with kanji, end up coming here instead. France's grand écoles don't care about English rankings because they operate entirely in French. And they're still elite. Maybe Tokyo University should stick to Japanese to maintain high academic standards. Doesn't matter if they're Chinese or Brazilian. Japan should cut down on universities anyway. AI is making lower-tier grad schools obsolete. Why are we giving money to rich Chinese students? In 10 years, you'll be working for a Chinese company, paying rent to a Chinese landlord. Might as well start being nice to them now. Full ride scholarships, no repayment required? Sounds great. Just get a student visa, slack off, and work under the table in the Chinese expat community. Easy money. For national security reasons alone, Japan should reduce the percentage of Chinese students.
Did you find this video interesting? We'll keep bringing you fun topics from Japan's online community. Please subscribe to the channel and drop some comments.